Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJO Network presents another exciting edition of Fall Classic Baseball. The 1983 postseason is on the air. We are back here at Comiskey Park. This is Game 2 of the American League Championship Series between the Detroit Tigers and the Chicago White Sox. The White Sox lead this series 1-0. Tigers now trying to tie this series up before heading back to Tiger Stadium for games 3, 4, and 5. The White Sox, of course, would love to win tonight and take a 2-0 series lead to Detroit, a little bit north of where they're at. So the Tigers coming off get their first loss, of one of their first losses here in this series. But we'll see if they can bounce back tonight. The White Sox, well, so far I think they're playing pretty well. And they're going to be a tough out, I think, as we move forward in the series. So we are at Comiskey Park, and I hope everybody is set for a big game here between the Cats and the Pale Hose. Clee baseball fan is first to join us here at Comiskey Park. Not an empty seat anywhere here at Old Comiskey. Everybody is ready to go. They got their hot dogs, they got their soda, they got their beer. They're ready to play some baseball. And let's get set. Let's get ready to go. Starting pitcher for the Chicago White Sox, their number 2 starter, Floyd Bannister. He had a very good outing in his first time out, and he is going to be an A-grade pitcher tonight. He is 1-0 for the postseason. Ron McGrath joins us here at Comiskey Park. So, Bannister is going to be an A pitcher tonight, and he should be set and ready. Tigers know what's at stake. They got to tie this series up. White Sox would love to take a 2-0 lead. Let's see how the dice go here for tonight's game. Leading off for the Tigers, second baseman Lou Whitaker, who should be in the Hall of Fame. And, I didn't write the stuff in there, did I? My bad. I guess I'll go ahead and do that as we move. Whitaker is 9 for 22 for the postseason. So, I did not have everything ready. How about that? So he's actually batting .409. So he's batting .409 for the postseason. We're going to use blue, white, and white dice. White Sox are the home team. Bannister will pitch to Whitaker. Bannister is an A-grade pitcher tonight. Whitaker set and ready. Let's get this game started. And we'll start with a 23, strikeout 1-11. That's a 14. It's not going to be a strikeout. What that is going to be a ground out to second base. And that'll be taken care of there by Julio Cruz. And the throw goes to first for out number 1. Here comes the shortstop, Alan Trammell. He also has the exact same batting average as Whitaker, a .409 batting average. Both these guys do have home runs. And timeout real quick. Because I forgot to usually do that to start. So that's 270. So timeout real fast. We'll get back to the game in a minute. 350. Take me a second. 37. 6 for 19. 3 for 19. 4 for 17. 6 for 19. Parrish has 3 bombs. Wilson will have 1. Okay. Now we'll do give me 1 second, gentlemen, or any ladies that might show up there. Let's see. 6 for 286. Forgot to write all that in. Let's see. Batting 050. This is 4 for batting 200. Luzinski 4 for 16. Kittle is 5 for 18. 3 homers. There's that. Walker is 4 for 10. Watt is 5 for 15. Fletcher is 5 for 18. And Cruz is 2 for 16. That's what happens when you don't get everything ready the night before. And that's my bad, but we got it all set. Okay, let's get back to the game. Trammell batting .409 for the postseason. He does have a home run. Bannister will go ahead and pitch. Bannister, 26 against the lefty. It's a base hit. And Bannister's a lefty. That'll be a single. Trammell gets a hit. He continues to hit well in this postseason. And now the left fielder, Larry Herndon. He's batting .273 for the playoffs. Trammell on it first. Bannister will pitch. And 33 base hit. Single for Herndon. That's going to be a base hit to right field. Trammell, he's a fast runner. He'll make third. So Herndon will go ahead and get a single to have runners at the corners now. And now here's the catcher, Lance Parrish. Parrish is batting .350, and he has 3 home runs. The Tigers have the most home runs of all the teams in the postseason. Runners at first and third, 1 out. The White Sox are going to play the infield back. Parrish does hit into a lot of double plays. Bannister will pitch. And 53, possible strikeout. 14 is a no. Now it's a possible range play. And that is a possible hit to left field. Left fielder going after that is Ron Kittle. His range is an 8. Wrong die, actually. Should be rolling a D20. Range is an 8. Nope, he's not going to get it. It's going to be a base hit. Batter safe at first. Runners advance 2 bases. Trammell will come in to score. Herndon goes to third. Parrish to first. Tigers jump out quickly, 1-0. So RBI single by Parrish. He continues to hit well. Runners still at the corners. And here comes the first baseman, Enos Cabell, struggling here in 83. He's batting only .137. But just like that, the Tigers take a quick 1-0 lead. Bannister will pitch to Cabell. And 16, and that's going to be an out X. It's going to be a double play. Cabell hitting from the right side, so that's going to be a ground ball to short, over to second, over to first, and the side is retired. Tigers, though, get a 1 run on 3 hits, and we go to the bottom of the first. Tigers got a quick lead early. Starting pitcher for the Detroit Tigers, their number 2 starter, Glenn Abbott. Glenn Abbott is a B pitcher tonight. He got a no decision in his first appearance, so he is going to be a B grade pitcher. Leading off for the White Sox, center fielder Rudy Law. He is batting .286 for the playoffs. Law will get the sign from Abbott. Abbott will deal. Pitch, 16. That's going to be an out. It's going to be a hard line drive right to short. And that is caught by Trammell for out number 1. Here comes Pudge, the original Pudge, the catcher, Carlton Fisk, Hall of Famer. Yeah, and one of the greatest catchers ever. But he's really struggling in this postseason. He's only batting .050. Abbott will deal. 51, possible strikeout 4. Nope, now it's a possible error. And that's going to be an error chance on second base. That ball is hit to Whitaker. Didn't make many errors. His error rating is a 4. That's a 13. Whitaker will get that with no trouble. And he'll toss it over for out number 2. Next batter is the right fielder, Harold Baines, Hall of Famer. Yeah, he's in the Hall of Fame. And that's all I'll say. He's batting .200 for the playoffs. Abbott will pitch. And 26 against the righty. It's a single. And that's a base hit. Abbott is a right-hander. And Baines will get a hit. So Baines on at first. Here comes the White Sox designated hitter, Greg Wheels Luzinski. He is 4 for 16 for the playoffs. He does have a home run. Baines on it first. Abbott will pitch. And 11 and a walk 1 to 15. That's an 18. It's a hit by pitch. It's going to be a hit by pitch is what it's going to be. He hit him. Plunk. Ouch. That's going to be an automatic hit batter there. Luzinski got hit 11 times in 83, and Abbott instead hits him. So now that's the first hit batter of the game. Puts runners at first and second for the left fielder, Ron Kittle. Kittle batting 5 for 18 for the postseason. He's got 3 home runs. He leads the White Sox in bombs. 2 outs, bottom of the first. Tigers have a 1-0 lead. Abbott will pitch to Kittle. And 32, and that is a beat pitcher, and that's going to be an out. And it's going to be popped up to second base. Popped up actually behind the plate, actually. And the catcher is going to call for it. He's going to make the catch and retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, and a hit batter. Baines strand a couple. And we will go after 1. It's 1-0 Cats. Ben Witz joins us here at Comiskey Park. I'm sure Chuck Rawlings will make his appearance very soon. Top of the second. Leading off for the Tigers will be the right fielder, Glenn Wilson. Wilson batting 6 for 19 for the postseason. He has a home run. Bannister, he will pitch. 46, and that's off the ballpark. That's a 4, and Wilson's going to lead off with a double. Wilson smacks one into the gap, and Wilson's going to lead off with a 2-bagger. So the Tigers coming out hitting here in this game. And here's the center fielder, Chet Lemon, one of the more underrated players in baseball history. Lemon is 3 for 19 for the playoffs. He does have a home run. Jimmy Jam joins us here at Comiskey Park. So it's Ben Witz and Chuck Rawlings versus Jimmy Jam. Wilson on at second. Pitch from Bannister. 55, 1-6 is a triple. That's a 10. It's a double. Lemon smacks one. He goes ahead and smacks one past third. Coming around, his score is Wilson. It's 2-0 Tigers. Stadium groans. RBI double by Lemon. And the Tigers are now out to a quick 2-0 lead. And now here's the Tiger designated hitter, Kirk Gibson. He is 4 for 17 for the playoffs. He does have a home run. XSG2 joins us here at Comiskey Park. Lemon at second base. Bannister will pitch. And 25 against the righty. It's a base hit. But Bannister is a lefty. That's going to be an out. And let's see what kind of out it will be. And that's going to be a ground out to the pitcher. Runner on second, runner holds. But a fast runner to third. Lemon is a fast runner. He'll make third base. The throw goes to first for the out. That is the first out. Lemon goes the grounder right back to Bannister and make sure he gets the sure out. Infield now going to play in with 1 down. Here's the third baseman, Tom Brookins. He's 6 for 19 for the playoffs. Definitely hitting above his average. Lemon on at third. Bannister will pitch. And 26 against the lefty. It's a base hit. Bannister as a lefty. Single for Brookins. Tigers get another run. Stadium groans. RBI single by Brookins. And now the Tigers have a 3-0 lead. And right now, Bannister, an 8 pitcher, it's not meaning anything. Next batter is Whitaker. Whitaker is 0 for 1. 1 out, top of the second. Tigers already a 3-0 lead. Bannister will pitch. And 51, possible strikeout. 6 just misses. Now it's a possible error on the shortstop. Possible 1-base error to short. Scott Fletcher going after it. He didn't make many of them, though. His error rating is a 7. And that's an 18. He will not make an error. And it's an even number. So it's going to be a fielder's choice at second. And Whitaker will be safe at first. It's out number 2. So a ground out done there by Fletcher. That's a ground out to short. It'll be a fielder's choice. And now with 2 away, here's Trammell. Trammell got a base hit his first time up. 2 outs, top of the second, 3-0 Tigers already. Whitaker on it first. Bannister will pitch. 33, it's a base hit for Trammell. That'll be a single. Base hit to center field. Whitaker's going to hold at second base. Says first to third holds, so Whitaker will hold there. So another base hit for Trammell. It's his second hit of the ball game. And here comes Herndon. They're going to talk to Bannister on the mound real quick, see if everything's okay. And right now, Bannister having a rough start to the outing. Michael Peterson joins us here at Comiskey Park. Digital Diamond, yes, I've heard a lot of good things about the new edition of DDB. Herndon, the batter, got a single his first time up. Whitaker at second, Trammell at first. Bannister looking in on Herndon. Fans here at Comiskey Park right now not liking how this game is going. Pitch. And that's a 23, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out, and that'll retire the side. That's the first strikeout by Bannister. He had 193 of them in 83. But 2 runs on 4 hits in the ball game, and we go to the bottom of the second. White Sox lead this ALCS 1-0. Games 3, 4, and 5 will be in Tiger Stadium, starting game 3. Leading off for the White Sox is the first baseman, Greg Walker. He is 4 for 10 for the playoffs. For the playoffs, Walker usually bats against right-handed starters. Abbott will deal. Abbott, 13. That's an out, and that's going to be a fly ball to center field. And that'll be handled there by Chet Lemon. And he will make the catch. 1 down. Here's the third baseman, Vance Law. Law is 5 for 15 for the playoffs. Pitch from Abbott. And 24. Hit by pitch. 1-2. That's a 7. It's going to be a fly out to left. Getting over there will be Herndon. And Herndon makes the catch. 2 away. And now Fletcher. Fletcher is 5 for 18 for the playoffs. Scott Fletcher, the shortstop. Abbott will deal. And 22, it's a walk. They'll go ahead and walk Fletcher. Fletcher trots to first. First walk given up by Abbott. Here's the second baseman, Julio Cruz. Cruz is 3 for 16 for the playoffs. Fletcher on it first, 3-0 Tigers. Abbott, he'll go ahead and pitch. And 62, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. Picked up there by Trammell. And he's going to throw to second to get Fletcher, the short distance. And that'll retire the side. Nothing across except a walk. 3-0 Tigers after 2. We go to the third. Lance Parrish leads off for the Cats. He got a single his first time up. Bannister with the pitch. 11. That's an out. It's a ground out to second base. Easy picked up there by Cruz. And Cruz will toss it over for out number 1. Here's Cabell. Cabell is 0 for 1. Bannister, he will pitch. And 33, base hit. Cabell will get a single. He hits that one into center field. Cabell needs a lot of hits to catch up to his average, but he'll get a single there. And now here's Wilson. Wilson got a double his first time up. Cabell, not a threat to steal. He'll stay where he is. Bannister, he will pitch. Bannister, 66. Home run, 1-2. Triple, 3-11. 3-10. That's an 11. That's going to be another double for Glenn Wilson. And that's going to be a double to center field with first to home holds, but with 2 outs, a fast runner would score. Cabell, there's only 1 out. Cabell will hold at third base. So Cabell will get the stop sign. Wilson has his second double of the game. And now Lemon. Lemon has got to double his first time up. Infield playing in. Tigers have a 3-0 lead, but now they're looking for more here in game 2 of this ALCS. Bannister will pitch. 41, and that's going to be ball 4. He walks Lemon. First walk given up by Bannister, and now here's Gibson. Gibson is 0 for 1. Infield is still going to play in. Gibson does not hit into many double plays. Bannister is going to pitch to Gibson. Fans here at Comiskey Park hoping Bannister has a good pitch here. Gibson ready to launch one. Bannister will deal. 31, it's a range play single, and that's hit to second base. That's going to be hit to Cruz. Cruz was pretty darn good, though. His range is a 14. And he's got it with the bases loaded. And the infielder playing in, it's going to be a home to first double play. What a play by Cruz. Throws to the plate, on to first, double play, side retired. Infielder playing in, home to first double play. That's exactly what it says on the chart. So it is a 6-2-3 double play, and the inning is over. No runs, 2 hits, and a walk. And Cabell hits into an inning double play. But we go to the bottom of the third. What a play by Julio Cruz to prevent a base hit. Bottom of the third. Top of the order for the White Sox. Here's Rudy Law. He's 0 for 1. Abbott will pitch. And 54. That's a wild chart. Bases empty wild. Strike 3 of catcher range rating G as he frames the pitch. Ball 4 of catcher range rating B. Home end gets strike 3. Away end gets ball 4. The catcher is Parrish. He's an N. He's an away N. That's going to be ball 4. And Parrish wants to argue the call, said he made a good one there. But that's going to be ball 4, and Law will walk. Second walk given up by Abbott. And now here's Pudge. Fisk is 0 for 1. Law on it first. They'll stay there. Abbott, he will deal. And 14, and that's going to be an out. And that's a regular out, so let's see what it is. And that's going to be a ground out to the shortstop. Fielder's choice at second base, but second base strong arm turns double play. Second base Whitaker has an average arm. That's going to be a fielder's choice. 1 out. So Law is out. Fisk takes over at first. So fielder's choice, 1 down. And the next batter is Baines. Baines got a single his first time up. Tony La Russa, manager of the Chicago White Sox. Sparky Anderson, manager of the Detroit Tigers. Abbott will pitch to Baines. 16, and that is an out X, which means that's going to be an automatic double play. Ground ball to second base, on to short, on to first, side retired. 4-6-3 double play. Nothing across except a walk. 3-0 Tigers after 3. And all Harold Baines can do is just hit into a double play. And they say he's a Hall of Famer. Meh. We go to the top of the 4th. Bannister back on the mound. Tom Brookins leads off for the Cats. He got a single his first time up. 3-0 Tigers. White Sox lead the series 1-0. Bannister. 33 walk, 1-9. That's an 18. It's a strikeout. And that is the second strikeout for Bannister. And 1 away. Here's Whitaker. Whitaker is 0 for 2. Bannister, he gets the sign from Pudge. Pitch coming. 11, 6, single, 1-16. That's a 4. Whitaker's got a base hit. Whitaker gets a single, and he gets the jump. So let's see what he wants to do here. Whitaker a 13, and Pudge is an average arm. So a 1-13, he would steal second base. What does Chuck Rawlings want to do? And of course, I do roll to see if there's going to be a pickoff. So 1-13, Chuck. Do we send Whitaker to steal? A 1-13 chance to steal. Do we send him? Let's see what Chuck or Ben Witz want to do. Ben Witz says no. So Whitaker will stay put. And now the batter is Trammell. Trammell is 2 for 2. He's got 2 singles. Whitaker on it first. Bannister will deal. And 25, that's going to be an out. And it's going to be a fly out to left field. Whitaker will stay at first base. On a fly out to left, that's out number 2. Here's Herndon. Herndon is 1 for 2. 2 outs, 3-0 Tigers. Whitaker is going to stay at first. Bannister will pitch. And 45, and that's going to be an out. And that's definitely going to be an out. And 45, that's actually going to be a strikeout. Bannister's going to strike him out, and the inning is over. That is the 3rd K for Bannister. No runs and a hit for the Tigers. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Abbott gets back on the mound. Greg Wheels Luzinski leads off. He got hit by a pitch his first time up. Abbott, he will pitch. And 41, a walk, 1-6. That's an 8. He's going to get away with it. That's not going to be a walk. That's going to be a fly ball to center field. Getting under that will be Lemon, and that's out number 1. Abbott did not walk many batters for the Tigers. And remember now the difference between, I should mention one thing, by the way, with Fall Classic. Fall Classic prints cards for each player for each team they're at. So this is Glenn Abbott as he was on the Tigers. Remember, Abbott was also a Seattle Mariner during the year. So Fall Classic prints a card for Abbott as a Mariner and Abbott for a Tiger. The Glenn Abbott I used during Inside Pitch was an overall player. So it's a possibility some pitchers or batters may play a little better than Inside Pitch card would, or maybe a little worse. But that's one of the things I do like about Fall Classic. You do get a player for each team he was on. So here's Kittle. Kittle is 0 for 1. 1 out, bottom of the 4th, 3-0 Cats. Pitch from Abbott. 26 against the lefty. It would be a single, but Abbott's a righty. That's going to be an out and a ground out to 3rd. Brookins will take care of that, and that's out number 2. Now here's Walker. Walker's 0 for 1. Abbott sets in on Walker. 2 down. Pitch coming. And 23, that's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the inning is over. That is the first strikeout for Abbott. He only had 11 strikeouts for the Tigers, though. But he does get the strikeout there. 1, 2, 3, go the White Sox. And it's still 3-0 after 4. Glenn Abbott right now pitching a 1-hitter. We go to the top of the 5th. And it will be Lance Parrish leading off, and he's 1 for 2. Tigers trying to tie this series up, guaranteeing all 3 games at Tiger Stadium. Bannister will deal. 24, hit by pitch 1. Nope, that's a 16. That's going to be, and it wouldn't happen because Bannister's a -2. That's going to be a ground out to short, handled easily by Fletcher. And that's out number 1. Next batter is Cabell. Cabell is 1 for 2. Bannister with the deal. 45, swing and a miss, struck him out. He'll get Cabell. And that is the 4th strikeout for Bannister. 2 away. And here's Wilson. Wilson's got 2 doubles today. He's 2 for 2. Bannister, he'll go ahead and pitch. 34, and he's an A pitcher. That's going to be an out, and it's going to be a ground ball to third base. Easy play for Law, and he'll make the play and retire the side. First time in the ball game, the Tigers are retired in order. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Vance Law leads off for the Pale Hose. He's 0 for 1. Abbott, he'll set it in there, and he will pitch. And 62, and that's going to be an out. It's going to be a ground ball to first base. Enos Cabell's going to take it himself to the bag, out number 1. Fletcher is next. He walked his first time up. Pitch coming. And 11, walk 1 to 3. That's a 15. That's going to be an out. We're going to call that a ground out to third as well. That'll be another easy play there for Brookett at third base. Brookins is actually going to make that play, and that's out number 2. And now Cruz. Cruz is 0 for 1. Remember, the White Sox shut out the Tigers in game 1. Right now, the Tigers are shutting out the White Sox in game 2. Still a lot of baseball left. Pitch from Abbott. 31. That's a range play, and that's to Abbott. Abbott's range is a 9. And he's got it. What a play by Glenn Abbott. He'll turn that single into an out, throws to first, and the inning is over. Nice job by Abbott. He is pitching an absolute gem. 3-0 Cats after 5. We go to the 6th. Chet Lemon leads off for the Cats. He's 1 for 1, a double and a walk. Bannister, he's settled. He'll stay on the mound. He'll pitch. And 16, that's an out. It's going to be a fly ball to right field. Harold Baines is going to make the play, surprisingly so, and that's out number 1. Harold Baines, Hall of Famer. Yeah. Here's Gibson. Gibson is 0 for 2. Bannister, he'll make the pitch. And 36, and that is going to be an out, and that's a fly ball to center field. Rudy Law will get to it, and that's the second out. Here's Brookins. Brookins is 1 for 2. Bannister settles into Brookins, and now the pitch. And that's a 53, possible strikeout. The 18 is a no. Now it's a range play. And that's going to be a possible infield single to the shortstop. Shortstop is Fletcher. Fletcher was excellent. His range is an 18. And he's got it. He's got an easy play there. Pretty made it easy with his eyes closed. Throws to first. And that will be an out. 1, 2, 3 go the Tigers. Bottom of the 6th, 3-0 coming up. Abbott can pitch to 30 batters before he tires. And Bannister can pitch to 30 as well, but Bannister only has 3 batters left. Leading off for the White Sox will be Rudy Law. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Abbott looking in on Law. He'll pitch. Abbott, 32. That's going to be an out. It's going to be a fly ball to right field. Glenn Wilson, he will get to it, and that'll be out number 1. Here's Pudge. Pudge is 0 for 2. Abbott sets in. He'll deal. 24. Hit by pitch. 1 to 8. That is an 8. But Abbott, though, has a -3. That makes that a 1 to 5. That's not going to be hit by pitch. Instead, that's going to be a fly out to center field. And Fisk hits it deep to center. But it'll be caught by Lemon for out number 2. Here comes Baines. Baines is 1 for 2. Abbott settles in on Baines. Abbott looks at Harold Baines and says, what, you're a Hall of Famer? Yeah, right. Pitch. 35, that's going to be an out. It's a ground ball to first base, picked up by Cabell. Abbott will go over there and get it. And that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the White Sox. Glenn Abbott is pitching a one-hitter. 3-0 after 6. We go to the top of the 7th. Lou Whitaker leads off for the Tigers, and he is 1 for 3. He's got a single. Bannister sets in here against Whitaker. Fans here at Comiskey Park wondering where the offense is. Bannister, he will pitch. And 66, Whitaker leads off with a double. He hits that one right into center field, and Whitaker has a two-bagger. Second hit of the ball game for Whitaker. And now here's Trammell. Trammell is 2 for 3, 2 singles. Whitaker on at second. That's a big out at That's a big run at second base. Phoenix Knight joins us here at Comiskey Park. Whitaker on at second. Bannister will pitch to Trammell. And 53, possible strikeout, 7. That is a no. Now it's a range play. And that's going to be an infield single possible, but the range play is third base. And that is Law. Law was excellent. His range is a 15. That is a 16. He can't get it. It's going to be an infield single. Vance Law just could not get to it in time, and everybody's safe. Infield single for Trammell. That's his third hit of the ball game. And now runners at the corners for Herndon. Infield has got to play in. Herndon is 1 for 3. They check the Bannister. White Sox bullpen ready to go. Whitaker on at third. Trammell on at first. Nobody out. Top of the 7th. Bannister will pitch. And 25, that's going to be an out. At least we think it will be. And yes, it will. That's going to be a fly out to right field. But the runner on third will advance. Trammell holds at first. Whitaker will score. It's 4-0 Tigers. Stadium groans. Sacrifice fly to right field for Herndon. He'll get the RBI. And now the batter is Parrish. And Bannister is tired, and that's going to be it for Bannister. They are yanking him, which means Bannister giving up 4 runs. He will be a B pitcher next outing. So, and now the White Sox are going to go ahead to the bullpen. And let's see. They got a couple bunch of righties coming up. Coming on to pitch for the White Sox is going to be Dick Tidrow. 2 wins, 4 losses, 7 saves in 83. Tidrow is going to make an appearance. I believe this is his first. Yes. Here comes Dirt, as he was known. Dick Tidrow. May he rest in peace. He passed away recently. And Tidrow is going to be he's going to be a C grade, so he may not have his best stuff. So Dick Tidrow will come on to pitch to Parrish. Still no one. There is now 1 out. Infield back for double play. Now 4-0 Tigers. And Tidrow will now be pitching. Trammell on it first. Tidrow will deal. Dirt, 62. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. So Tidrow gets a strikeout. He had 66 of them in 83. And now here's Cabell. Cabell is 1 for 3, has a base hit. Trammell on it first. Tidrow died for, which could be seen as recent by Einstein. Well, that is recent. He died 4 years ago, but still recent. I would say recent within 5 to some odd years or something like that. 10 years or so, no. Trammell on it first. You can't, that's right, you can't spell Tidrow without Dirt. Exactly. Trammell on it first. Dirt will pitch. And 13, that's an out. It's going to be a fly ball to right field. And Baines is going to get to it. He'll make the play and retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits on a sacrifice fly by Herndon. And right now, the Tigers have a pretty good lead here. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. I'll be right back. Tomorrow night, we go back to the senior circuit, going back and forth in this LCS round. We go to Dodger Stadium tomorrow for Game 3 of the National League Championship Series between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Charles Hudson will be going for the Phillies, and Bert Hooton will be going for the Dodgers. It's inside pitch. So that'll be tomorrow night's game at Dodger Stadium. NLCS Game 3, that series is tied at 1. So we know we're going at least 5 in that series. What will happen tomorrow night? NLCS Game 3 tomorrow night here on the network. Bottom of the 7th here, Tigers lead 4-0. The White Sox shut the Tigers out in Game 1. The Tigers are trying to return the favor. Here's Greg Luzinski. He'll lead off. He's 0 for 1. Got hit by a pitch. Abbott still got plenty left in the tank. He's only given up 1 hit. But he won't. But let's see. That's a 33. Single 1 to 12. That's a walk. And actually, that's going to be ball 4. So he will walk Luzinski. That's the 3rd walk given up by Abbott. Luzinski gets the steal sign, but you're not going down 4 runs. So here's Kittle. Kittle is 0 for 2. 4-0 Tigers. White Sox trying to make a comeback here. Pitch from Abbott. And 11, and that's going to be an out. Let's see what kind of out, and it's going to be a ground out to 3rd. With a runner on first, double play, 5-4-3, but a weak arm at 3rd base only gets a fielder's choice. Brookins has a strong arm. That's a double play. On to 2nd, on to 1st, 2 outs. Abbott gets the twin killing. As Kittle grounds out around the horn. And now here's Walker. Walker is 0 for 2. 2 outs. Abbott pitching an absolute gem. Abbott will pitch. 43, and that's going to be an out. It's going to be a ground ball to 2nd base. Whitaker will take care of that. Over to 1st it goes, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3, go the White Sox. Still 4-0 after 7. Glenn Abbott working on a 1-hitter. He gave up the hit in the 1st inning. We now go to the top of the 8th. Dick Tidrow will stay on the mound. And Glenn Wilson coming on to bat. Wilson is 2 for 3. He's got 2 doubles. Dirt will pitch. And 25, that's an out to fly out to right field. Easy play for Baines. And that's out number 1. Here's Lemon. Lemon is 1 for 2 with a double and a walk. Tidrow, he will pitch. Tidrow, 54, that's off the wild chart. And bases empty wild. Fly ball right field. Roll for E rating for an error. So that's hit to right field. That is Baines. His error rating is a 9. That is a 9. He's going to make an error, and we go to the exotic error chart. So the exotic error chart says that's a 5. Drop fly, batter safe at 1st, runners advance 1 base. So Harold Baines, Hall of Famer. Everyone says Hall of Fame. drops a routine fly ball. Drops a routine fly ball. Lemon is safe at first. That's an E9. Harold Baines, Hall of Fame. Blah. Blah. Here's Gibson. Gibson is 0 for 3. Tidrow looking at Harold Baines said, Tidrow looking at Harold Baines said, and they're going to put you in the Hall of Fame in about 30 years? Yeah, right. They ought to put me in the Hall of Fame, is what Dirt is saying. Gibson is 0 for 3. Lemon on it first, 1 out. Tidrow will pitch. 26 against a righty. It's a base hit, and it is. Gibson got a single. And that is going to be a base hit to center field. Runner on first or fast or average runner advances. Lemon is fast. He'll get to third. So now runners at the corners on a single by Gibson. Here comes Brookins. Infield playing in. White Sox cannot afford to give up any more runs. Brookins is 1 for 3. Tidrow looking in on Brookins. 4-0, top of the 8th. Harold Baines drops a routine fly ball. Yeah, Hall of Fame. Tidrow will pitch. And 56. And that's a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Big strikeout by Tidrow. 2 down. He gets a big K right there. And now here's Whitaker with 2 outs. Infield will move back. Whitaker having a good night. 2 for 4. A single and a double. Lemon on it third. Gibson on it first. Tidrow looking in Whitaker. Fans here at Comiskey Park hoping Tidrow can get it done. Pitch coming. 65. That's off the ballpark. That's actually 65. Possible home run. Tidrow is a 1-20. Well, and he's a C pitcher tonight. Well, that 1-20 is not going to help him because Whitaker just sent this one pretty much pretty far out of there. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. That ball is gone. Home run, Lou Whitaker. Stadium barfs. Yeah. A 3-run bomb for Whitaker. That's his second home run of the playoffs. And it's now 7-0. And the White Sox faithful are beginning to head for the exits. 3-run bomb by Whitaker, his second home run of the playoffs. And that's going to be it for Tidrow. He's done. We'll see a new pitcher here for the White Sox. And they're going to go ahead and bring out Dennis Lamp. 7 wins, 7 losses, 15 saves. He could also be a closer as well. So Dennis Lamp is going to make an appearance for the White Sox. This will be his first. So Lamp will come on to pitch, and he's going to be a grade A pitcher. So Lamp will be an A. So here comes Dennis Light the Lamp. He'll come on to pitch. Next batter, leading off. Next batter is Trammell. Trammell 3 for 4. He's got 3 singles. Still 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning. Now 7-0 Tigers. And all the fans looking at Baines saying, and they're going to put you in the Hall of Fame in about 30 years. Blah! You stink. Lamp will go ahead and pitch. Lamp, 61. That's going to be an out. It's going to be a ground ball to first. Easy play for Walker. He'll take it to the bag himself and retire the side. 3 runs, 2 hits, 1 huge error on the White Sox. That was the first error on the White Sox in this ball game. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Glenn Abbott now has a 7-run lead to work with. Vance Law will lead off for the White Sox, and he's 0 for 2. Glenn Abbott pitching an absolute gem. Law is 0 for 2. Bottom of the 8th, 7-0 Cats. Abbott will pitch. 33, and that's a 5. It's a base hit. Vance Law is going to get only the second hit for the White Sox in the ball game. Law gets a single, and now here's Fletcher. Fletcher is 0 for 1 with a walk. Abbott right now looking to be an A grade for his next start, but he's got us. We'll see how long I keep him in there for this. We're in the 8th. He had one complete game with the Tigers, though. So he's got a 6 out of 7 starts he made. He only had one complete game. Law on it first. And here's Fletcher. Pitch coming. And that's a 12. And that's going to be an out X. That's going to be a ground ball double play. That's going to be grounded to short, up to second, off to first, 2 outs. 6-4-3 double play. 2 away. And the White Sox right now are not getting it done. And here comes Cruz. Cruz is 0 for 2. 2 outs here. Bottom of the 8th, 7-0 Tigers. Abbott will pitch. And 45, that's going to be an out. That's going to be a hard line drive right to third. Pow! Caught by Brookins, and the inning is over. No runs and a hit. And Glenn Abbott has done one heck of a job. But then again, the Tigers have been getting some runs. 7-0 after 8. We go to the top of the 9th. Dennis Lamp will stay on the mound for the White Sox. Why not? And here's Larry Herndon, leads off for the Cats. He is 1 for 4, a single, and got a run on a sacrifice fly. Lamp will pitch. And 26 against the lefty will be a base hit, but Lamp is a righty. Instead, that's going to be a fly out, and that's going to go to center field. And Rudy Law will make the catch for out number 1. Parrish is next. Parrish is 1 for 4 with a single. Lamp is an A pitcher, by the way. Pitch from Lamp. And 31, that's a range play, though. And that's a range play back to Lamp. Lamp wasn't too bad. His range is an 11. And he's got it. He'll turn that single into an out, and he'll throw to first for the out. 2 outs. All you guys know, I use a house rule. All 31 results on pitchers are range plays. It'll either be a 1 or 2 base single, depending on how many outs there are. And the D20 decides where the ball's going with the help of the dice. Here's Cabell. Cabell is 1 for 4. He got a single here. Lamp will go ahead and pitch to Cabell. And 56, that's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the inning is over. Not a bad job for Lamp. Nothing across for the Tigers. They have a 7-0 lead. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Glenn Abbott has one complete game. They got a 7-0 lead. They're going to let him pitch. He can pitch to 3 more batters before he kind of gets fatigued. But here's the top of the order for the White Sox. Here's Rudy Law, and he's 0 for 2 with a walk. Bottom of the 9th. White Sox need 7 to tie, 8 to win. It has been done. Abbott will pitch. And 23, that's not a good start. That's going to be an out. That's going to be a hard line drive to first, and that's caught by Cabell, out number 1. Next batter is Pudge. Pudge is 0 for 3. Abbott getting really right now in total command. Abbott will deal. And 63, and that's an out. That's a ground ball to third. Taken care of by Brookins. Over to first it goes, 2 away. And the last chance for the White Sox will be Harold Baines. And he gets some boos in the crowd. Boo! Catch a fly ball, future Hall of Famer. Baines is 1 for 3. 24 years old in 1983, by the way. Glenn Abbott will go ahead and pitch to Baines. Fans here at Comiskey Park, the ones that are still left, hoping something happens. Abbott will pitch. 61, and that's going to be an out. And that's going to be a hard line drive right back to the pitcher. Abbott puts up his glove. Pow! That's your game. The Tigers tie this series up. The White Sox shut the Tigers out in Game 1. The Tigers return the favor in Game 2. Stadium barfs. Yeah. A 2-hitter by Glenn Abbott gets it done tonight. The White Sox could not figure him out at all, and it's a 7-0 win for the Cats. He will be definitely an A pitcher in his next outing if he has one. Final line score coming up. For the Tigers, 7 runs, 14 hits, no errors. For the White Sox, no runs, 2 hits, 1 error. The winning pitcher is Glenn Abbott. He'll go to 1-0-1 in the postseason. And he gets the complete game, of course. The losing pitcher is Bannister, and he'll drop to 1-1 in the playoffs. So the Tigers tie this series up. They're going back to Tiger Stadium with a chance to play all 3 games in Detroit. Tomorrow night, Game 3 of the National League Championship Series between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Charles Hudson will be going for the Phillies. Bert Hooton will be going for the Dodgers. It's inside pitch, and that series is also tied at 1. So who will grab the momentum now at Chavez Ravine? Should be interesting to see how the Phillies do there, and the Dodgers. Phils and the Bums, Game 3, NLCS. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. Subscribe if you're not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Detroit Tigers take the Chicago White Sox, put them in the washing machine, and then throw them into the dryer. They destroy them 7-0 tonight. This American League Championship Series is tied 1-1. See you tomorrow.